Summer of Gaming Day 4, my highlights of the Xbox Games Showcase and Starfield Direct. Of course, they had the PC gaming showcase today also, and some kind of pre-show launch for Final Fantasy 16, but I'm not really interested in those. But let's get started. My clan, if you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button, also share with your friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question, or comment in general. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below, and you will be notified when I go live or upload another video. If you want to become a fan of me, Auckland, then subscribe to the channel, and you will become a fan. I hope so. Alright, and of course, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow is Ubisoft, however you want to say it, and also the Capcom showcase as well. That's going to be good. Alright, first up was Fable. Fable was showed off once again. It's been a while since we got something on that brand new Fable game. What they showed off was in-game footage, in-game cinematic, however you want to say it. The graphics looked amazing. They looked really, really modern now. There's a lot of humor in this cinematic, and from what I can find out was the original Fable games also had humor, and it's supposed to be British humor is what it is from what IGN said. And it just looks amazing, but there's no release date just yet. Now, there was a giant character in this game. I don't know if there's ever giants in Fable before. I'm not sure. I've never even played them before, to be honest. And then there was little tiny people. And it was very, very interesting. I mean, it had some dark humor in it, but it looks so good. So I'm probably going to check this game out when it finally releases. Alright, next game is South of Midnight. They just showed off some more cinematic footage for it. No release date for this game. The game looks like it's setting in a swamp, and it also has what's it called? Stock. What I was trying to say was stop motion. So they're using that again. And from what I can find out about it, is some kind of art style, I guess. So they were using that art style for this game called South of Midnight. And this game also appears to be containing a giant character as well, and some smaller characters as well, at least one. And we didn't get too much on it or at all. But it looked real creepy in the swamp setting, and it looked pretty good. And I'm excited about hopefully seeing some gameplay on it. Same goes for Fable. Alright, next was very exciting also. This looks so good. We're getting gameplay tomorrow at the Ubisoft Forward event. Star Wars Outlaws. And from what IGN was talking about is a possibility this game is a single-player game. Possibly. So they showed off cinematic footage for this game, and it looked incredible. It looks so good. So I'm looking forward to that gameplay tomorrow so you can see what it looks like. And the game is supposed to be releasing next year in 2024. Next, there's been some rumors going around that this was probably happening, and apparently it's true. Persona 3 is getting a remake. So this one is called Persona 3 Reloaded. And apparently they cut out the female character that you could play in the original game of Persona 3. Apparently they cut her out for some reason. I don't know why. That's kind of messed up that they did that. But yeah, so this game is coming out early 2024. Because I heard about that from the IGN. There's a woman on there by the name of Kate, and she played Persona 3, the original game, and then she saw this one, and then she made that comment. Yeah, they cut her out, which really sucks. Next is Sea of Thieves, The Legend of Monkey Island. So what they're doing here is they're doing a crossover with Monkey Island, which Monkey Island got a brand new game, I believe, last year, or was it this year? I can't remember. It was called Return to Monkey Island, which Monkey Island is a point-and-click game. And Sea of Thieves is a pirate game that is online and you play with friends. And I guess they're going to be mashing them together in this crossover. Because apparently there's going to be some levels during this, I guess, that plays like a single-player game, but you're doing like point-and-click missions, because that's what Monkey Island is a point-and-click. So that's very interesting of how they're going to do that crossover. So please let me know down in the comments, have you ever played Sea of Thieves? Is it really good? And have you ever played the original Monkey Island games? I would love to know. And this is releasing on July 20th of this year. Alright, next we got a little bit of an update, but not very much, on Hellblade 2. It's going to be releasing in 2024. We got an in-game cinematic. It looks really good. Still no really gameplay. I think we did get gameplay before. It's been a while, but this time it was just cinematic only. And this game is running in Unreal Engine 5, so when it does come out, it's going to look really, really good. Alright. Next is The Path of the Goddess. It's a Capcom game. You play as a samurai. It's an action-adventure hack-and-slash game. I guess that's how you can call it. It looked very creepy, and as I was watching this, it really gave me some Silent Hill vibes here. Because there's a lot of reds in it, and there was a creepy looking hands, like plant-like hands, and they were covering up things, and and the creepy creatures, it just gave me vibes of Silent Hill. And this game looks like it's going to be pretty good. Next, of course, is Forza Motorsport. Now, this is the 8th game in the series, but they're not calling it Forza Motorsport 8. So, I don't know if this is supposed to reboot the series or not. Possibility. But, it looks fantastic. The cars look absolutely real. This is going to be a Series X and a Series S exclusive game. I think it might be even coming to PC as well, but they built it for the Series X and S consoles. And it releases on October 10th. I do enjoy a good racing game, and the Forza games have been really outstanding. Next is Xbox. A game that a lot of people are looking forward to, and it's also tied to the Direct that's coming at the end of the video. Starfield. Now, what in the world is Starfield exactly? From what I can tell and what other people have been calling it, is pretty much Skyrim in space. And this game you can play in first person or third person. And it's got some shooting elements because you got guns and you're taking out enemies. It's an adventure game. I believe it's even open world. There's robots, there's alien-like creatures, there's these animal-like creatures like animals that we have nowadays, but they changed them up to make them look like they're alien-like. It's very interesting. Like, here's an example. There was a octopus in the gameplay, but the octopus wasn't in water. It was on land. Crazy, and it looked insane. So it looked really, really good, and the game is coming out September 6th of this year, and I'm going to talk more details about it in the direct portion of it. Alright, next game is, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Jusant. I don't know. Ant. I don't know. But this game looked amazing. It's coming out this fall. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a climbing simulator, because it had a lot of climbing in it. You could see the character in the game. It appears to be an adventure game, because there were parts where you're, like, not necessarily platforming, but it kind of looked like a normal action-adventure game, and then it went back into the climbing. You're climbing up a mountain. And the graphics look like clay. It looked very unique. It looked great. You play as this girl, and she's got this gooey looking creature. It looks like goo, and it's in her backpack on her back, and so she has that character with her. But I really hope that this game has got some fighting in it of some kind, like fighting off enemies or something like that. That's what I'm hoping for. But either way, I'm probably going to definitely get it because it looks interesting. Yeah. Next is Still Wakes the Deep. Okay. But now we didn't get much for this game at all. But it looks like there's like a small island. It's got like this factory looking place. And the whole place is surrounded by ocean. It looked creepy. It might be a horror game. I'm not sure. Because we didn't get much at all. But it did look interesting. And of course, it's supposed to be releasing in early 2024. Next is Dungeons of Hinderberg. And this game looked amazing as well. A lot of these games looked amazing. The graphics were like a painting. You play as this girl in this very cold climate. And there's also portions of the gameplay where she wasn't in a cold climate. It's like an action-adventure game because you got this sword. You're fighting off creatures and other types of enemies. You're snowboarding. You have this ability that you can control tornadoes and lightning. You're in a minecart, so it kind of reminded me of a little bit of maybe Donkey Kong a little bit, when you're on that minecart. Then there was part where you're grinding on rails. You're opening up treasure chests and doing puzzles. The game looks great. It's coming out in 2024. Looking forward to that one. Next, Keanu Reeves came up on stage. And last time he done that at Xbox, it was for Cyberpunk, of course. And so he's back on stage for Cyberpunk 2077. But this is for the Phantom Liberty expansion. So Keanu returns as Johnny Silverhand. And the plot of it is, from what I can find out, is you have to rescue the president from the game itself. Because she has got into something, I guess, and she has to be rescued. The trailer was showed off for it, and it looked pretty good. I haven't played that much of Cyberpunk at all, to be honest. What I played of it, it did look pretty good, and I did enjoy it, but I haven't been back to it since on the PS5. And this expansion releases on September 26th. Next is Clockwork Revolution. This game straight up looked like BioShock. It really did. It had the same steampunk setting and everything. It looked so futuristic. The graphics, the art looked like BioShock, but this is not BioShock. That's what I was thinking that it was until we saw the title. So it's Clockwork Revolution, and it has no release date. Next, of course, Phil Spencer got on stage and he was talking about the games that were showed off and stuff. And then they showed off a Xbox Series S 1TB SSD, and the color of the console is black carbon. So if you wanted more storage for your Xbox Series S, now you can get this one, I guess, if you're interested in it. And this one has 1 terabyte. And it's going to be releasing on September 1st for $350. Alright, now on to the Starfield Direct. I highly recommend watching both of these. They were all basically one live stream. Because I'm not going to be able to do this Starfield Direct justice. Alright, this game is made up over well, in this game, there's over 1,000 worlds that you can go to. You can start off by creating your own character. There is a lot of heavy customization in this game. But it's not as heavy as Cyberpunk. Because Cyberpunk, I'm not going to get into all that stuff, but Cyberpunk, you can customize anything. And you know what I'm talking about if you've ever done that before. Alright, now in this game, you can customize your hairstyles, your face on your hair, like beard, mustache, all that stuff, tats on your face if that's what you want. You can customize your teeth. It was insane, all the stuff that you can do. And they were showing off the moon in the background, and they had said that you can actually go to the moon, land on it, walk on it, and everything. You can explore space, have space battles. You can take over the ship and get inside of your enemy ship. You can shoot them down if you want to do that. Or you can just battle them in space and just blow them up. Either thing that you want to do. You can explore all the planets, walk on them and everything, collect resources. Excuse me. You can build your own ship in pretty much any kind of way that you want to. As somebody had built a mech, but it was their ship. It was insane. It was so huge and it looked so weird, but it flew though. And you can upgrade your ship parts and all kinds of stuff. You have a robot friend, and it talks to you, and I guess gives you hints, I guess, about stuff that you can do. I'm not sure. And every single planet that you visit to, you can talk to everyone, literally everyone. Now, some of the people may not have anything to say at all, but you can literally walk up to everybody and talk to them. And gravity is involved in this game, and it's pretty interesting. As they also said in the game, I don't know, just to say zero gravity. How about that? And how they used it, interesting, was you can be inside of a facility or a ship or something, and you got a shotgun or whatever gun that you have, and you're shooting up your enemy, and he'll be like standing, and you shoot him, and he flies backwards, or he flies up into the air, and then all of a sudden gravity can be turned right back on, and if you're floating in the air yourself, you'll go back to the ground. And it's just really, really cool how they actually done that in the gameplay. Now, you can play this game in all kinds of ways. You can shoot your way through the game, blow stuff up. You can play the game stealthy, or you can talk to people, flirt with them, and talk your way out of situations if you want to. I'm not sure how all that works. It's just, wow. But yeah, this game is going to be something else. Like I said, I highly recommend going back and watching this Xbox showcase and watch this Starfield Direct, because they go into detail about what you can do in this game and what you can't do. You can build some kind of building where you can have furniture in it, and you could live there and stay there, and your ship is also can be your home as well. And it's just, you can do so much stuff in this game. It's insane. So yeah, please let me know down in the comments, have you seen Starfield? Do you know exactly what I'm talking about? I would love to know. Are you going to pick it up? Oh boy. The game is going to be massive. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully Ubisoft tomorrow is going to be great, and hopefully Capcom as well. But I guess we'll find out. And of course, my predictions that I did at the end of my last video, Banjo-Kazooie wasn't at Xbox, and neither was Gears of War 6. And I was kind of shocked about that. I was not expecting Banjo, but I did hear rumors about Banjo. It wasn't there, but I was at least expecting Gears 6, and it wasn't there. So I was kind of shocked. But maybe next time. Alright, thank you so much. Alright, bye.